What made you come to Australia? Why Australia?
This is a good question, and actually I don't have an answer because it was just out of curiosity. I was living a life that it wasn't my life. I really want to travel full time. I want to buy a one-way ticket and I want to travel with my backpack and I want to work remotely and I want to go on the biggest adventure of my life. When I left, I was 42 years old.
Can you please tell me what it was all about?
It was very hard. You actually confront yourself, the person you are and the person you want to be. But I'm scared because, sometimes we stop ourselves and we are like our worst enemies.
Did you ever go back? Hi everyone, I'm Reena Augustine and welcome to Community Impact and welcome to Indoz Television. Today I have the honor to have Ilaria Gianfagna, who is the director of Just Australia, the Education and Migration Agency, and she's a digital nomad. Hi Ilaria.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. And you?
I'm very good, Ilaria. Ilaria, you have always been in Melbourne?
No, I actually been traveling a lot for my entire life. But it wasn't always like that. Let's say when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was dreaming of being a traveler. Actually, I want to be a writer and a traveler. I wanted to write for Lonely Planet.
Really?
Yes, that was my dream.
Wow.
And then I became a journalist. I studied journalism in Italy and I became a journalist. But I wasn't traveling, because in order to be a journalist, I needed to be in my hometown and work for the newsroom and go to the newsroom every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm a writer, but I'm not traveling. So I started to travel with friends, like, everybody does in their 20s at university. And then I really liked it, but then I was like, okay, I visited Europe. I want to see something different. So that's when I decided to move to Australia. I was 35 years old, maybe 34.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bit late. Like everybody in Italy was looking at me like, why? Are you sure you shouldn't be married with kids in Italy with a loan? You have a very nice job in Italy. You have a car, a house. I had everything, friends.
Yeah.
And then I decided to move to Australia because I was like, maybe I need to make a big step, to change my life in a very significant way in order to start my traveling journey.
All right. So, Ilaria, you mentioned that you came to Australia when you were 34, 35 years old, right? But what made you come to Australia? Why Australia?
This is a good question. And actually, I don't have an answer because it was just out of curiosity. I spent my entire life in Europe and I visited France, England, Spain. I lived in Spain. I lived in England and I wanted to explore something different. Actually, I wanted to explore Asia.
Okay.
So I thought if I go to Australia, I'm closer to Asia and I can visit Australia and Asia. I wasn't thinking clearly, but this is actually what happened. So I moved to Australia and I was very close to Asia. And every time I had a holiday, I was going to Southeast Asia by myself. So this was such a big news for me because I waited for 35 years to travel. And also I waited for 35 years to travel by myself. And I was always like, maybe one day, now I don't have time, now I don't have money, and it's scary, it's dangerous. And so, years by years, I was like, I really want to travel by myself, but I'm not brave enough. So I was like postponing the moment. And then one day when I was in Australia, I was like, maybe I don't need to wait, for another year to pass by. I just need to buy this ticket, And so I bought the ticket and I went to Japan, which was my first solo travel experience. And it was amazing.
Wow. All righty. Now, being a journalist and then realizing, all right, I need to get out of the country and travel around the world. You have traveled many places. Can you tell me one country that really took your breath away?
But now we need to talk about South America. So we need to move from Asia to South America. So let's take a step back.
Yeah, sure.
And so I was in Australia and I was traveling in Asia every time I had the opportunity to travel. So I went to Japan, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, Philippines, everywhere. But then it was just a holiday. So I was going there, I was staying there a couple of weeks, and then I was coming back to Australia. I was going to the office every day, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and I wasn't happy because I didn't want this life. And then when I started to travel, it was like 10 years ago, and I already saw there were some people working remotely from a hostel, from a cafe in the Philippines. And I was like, wow, I really want to do this. But it seemed impossible. You know, it seems impossible to travel by myself. And then it seemed impossible to travel and work at the same time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't brave enough. So it was just a holiday for me. I wasn't a traveler, you know, I was just going on holiday whenever I had time. So I started to work on myself. I think I need to thank therapy for that because, you know, there is a taboo about going to a therapist.
Exactly. I would never actually imagine somebody telling me about going to therapy in my podcast. Can you please tell me what it was all about?
It's amazing. Everybody should do it.
Okay.
It's a way to know yourself, you know, to know what you want. And basically, I've been going to a therapist for 5 years, once a week. And I was very diligent. I wasn't missing not even one session. So it was very hard because you actually confront yourself and then you confront the person you are in this moment and the person you want to be and also the person you were in the past and also when you were a baby. So it's the movie of your life, you know. So it is very hard, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, you almost don't understand what's going on and why you're doing this. And then I remember one day I said to my therapist, I really want to travel full time. I want to buy a one-way ticket and I want to travel with my backpack and I want to work remotely and I want to go on the biggest adventure of my life. And he was like, let's do it.
Oh, wow. Now, can I ask you, why were you having a therapy?
Because I was living a life that it wasn't my life. So I thought I was very happy, but I'm actually happier now that I realized what I want, who I am. So before I was like following like the system, the standard, the job. And also I was single for a very long time. So I was like, I'm single. So this is bad. I don't have a boyfriend. I cannot get married. I cannot give my parents grandchildren. I'm dreaming on traveling while my friends, they're buying houses. So, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
So I saw this contrast between what I wanted, what society wanted for me, what I thought society wanted from me, because actually society doesn't want anything from me, you know.
No one cares. No one's listening.
And also my parents, they want me to be happy, you know. They don't want me to have, you know, grandchildren or children and house and everything. They want me to be happy.
I like that. Wow.
Yes, so this is what I find out.
Supporting parents are so important because you come from a culture, Italian culture, where they expect you to get married and have kids. Am I right?
Yeah, they were quite shocked because then when I started this project with my therapist, and it was like, okay, we're going to talk about your trip, where you want to go, what you want to do, and your fears, you know?
Yes.
So I said, I really want to go to South America, but I'm scared. They said South America is dangerous, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So the first step was telling this to my parents, you know, one of the first steps, you know. So I told them and they were shocked. Okay, they were like, no, I don't understand what you want to do. You're always traveling. So at the beginning, they were not against, but they were like, I think shocked is the right word, you know, and they were also like, it's okay, you're going to come back in 1 month, you know.
Did you ever go back?
Yeah, after a couple of years, eventually. So it was actually the adventure of my life. So I started from Argentina. So I took my one-way ticket, and now it sounds easy. You know, the way I talk about it, it sounds easy. It sounds like my life, but actually, it was very complicated to get at that point. Also, because when I left, I was 42 years old. So, so can you imagine how many years it took? You know,
right? Yeah, almost a decade to decide what exactly you want in your life.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
It's not easy. And you know what, Ilaria? I think, the therapy is so important. The culture that I come from, oh my God, if we go to a therapy, that means you're mentally ill. This is what the conclusion comes to, that something is wrong with your kid, something is wrong with you. Therapists are looked down upon. And when I see people standing up and saying, no, I had the therapy, that's the reason I'm out of this breakup, I'm out of this grief. So important. So are you still having therapies or?
No, it's because it's been 5 years, you know. So at one point I felt like I had the skills and the tools. And so even now, every time something happens, I'm like, oh, this is happened because I'm like this and I think like this. Or maybe I recognize the pattern where I'm preventing myself from doing something and being happy and realizing something. Because, sometimes we stop ourselves and we are like our worst enemies, when we don't want to do something cool. So in Italy it's the same. I mean, there are many therapists and many people go to therapists, but in general there is a taboo where you have something wrong. But actually, you have something wrong if you don't go because you don't know how to address it. So the therapist is just going to give you the tools. And then it's up to you to use these tools properly, for your dreams or for becoming the person you want to be. Or for just being the person you are, because sometimes we have many layers. And so if you take all the layers out, then it's actually you. And this is what happened to me,
Wow.
especially by traveling. So I was saying I went from from Argentina to Colombia, and then I visit Central America, so Mexico, Guatemala.
Yeah.
I speak Spanish, so sometimes I say the names of the countries in Spanish. So this is what I've learned by traveling. I was taking all the prejudice and stereotypes and all the layers and the obstacles I've created.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Ilaria, so now, yoga, that's something that you're doing right now. So you did a course?
Yes, so this is always, it goes back to the traveling as well, because I needed to have a routine, because I've been traveling for a couple of years in a row. I had some breaks, but I have been traveling for a long time. So I needed a routine. I needed to do something every day, some maybe meditation or yoga. So I decided it was yoga. So I was waking up, having a coffee, practicing yoga every morning.
Wow.
And I went to all the studios everywhere in the world. I met so many friends, so many teachers. It's like a community. Everywhere you go in the world, you can enter a yoga studio and you meet people and then you can make friends, So it was like, for me, a way to stay grounded and at the same time, a way to meet new people,
Yeah, I like that. Do you meditate?
Not really, not much, but it's in the in the future.
Is it very hard because you're Italian? No, I'm joking.
Probably because I want to talk all the time.
Talk all the time. So Ilaria, you did a yoga course.
Yes,
right?
So it was one of my dreams, to do a yoga teacher training. They basically teach you how to teach yoga. So I did this as a student because I wanted to learn more about yoga. And I think it was very useful for me to have new tools, new learning. And also it started, the same way with the same thought, like, no, I'm never going to teach yoga. I'm not able to do that. Again, creating obstacles, when you're scared, when you're afraid, when you're doing something for the first time.
Finding excuses that, no, it's not for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then it was for me, so maybe sometimes I should trust myself and we should trust ourselves more, and we should follow our dreams, our desires.
I love that. So, Ilaria, being a journalist, growing up, you wanted to be a part of a lonely planet, and then you did try and become a journalist yourself, and then you started traveling. Now you're a yoga teacher, and of course, you're the director in Just Australia, doing all the marketing stuff and enjoying your life. So, Ilaria, if you want to advise our viewers, 3 things that you think they all should follow, what would that be?
First of all, I think we should take things step by step. So at the beginning of my journey, I was like, traveling to South America by myself. It was just too much, you know, I was scared. So I started with something very easy. I remember I was in Melbourne. I was like, tonight I'm going to go for dinner by myself, you know? And then, so this is how it started. And then I went for a weekend away by myself. So I was getting more confident, and I was learning how to be by myself, you know, what to do when I'm alone. So this is the advice I also give travelers and people who want to come to Australia. Maybe go to Spain for one weekend, you know. Don't come straight to Australia. Like, it's too far, it's such a long journey, it's a very different culture. So step by step is very important.
I like that, yes.
Second advice is travel as much as you can, even if it's just for 1 hour, 1 weekend, 1 week. Don't make excuses. This is going to change you in a way you cannot see now, but eventually in the future you will see some changes. So every experience, every time you go to somewhere different, is going to shape you. So travel. And third advice, okay, you know, sometimes we think society wants us to be a lawyer, a journalist, a traveler. So you need to fit into one category. But then with my eclectic career, I actually demonstrate to myself that I can be many things. I don't have to fit in one category. So the other advice would be, experiment as much things you like and you want to do, follow your passion, and then see if you can get a job from that passion, or maybe it will stay just a passion, but at least you explored many possibilities.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the thing that I learned today is that take things step by step. That will actually help you to grow. Why? Because if you jump into it, you don't know where you land, right? So why not step by step? The second thing is travel more, because it opens up so many things for you, and you meet different people and you think differently, right? And the last thing is, if you want to try many careers, why not? Go, give it a go. No one is stopping you. So Ilaria, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.